I'm Anita with Anita's Creation. I know it's been a while since I've put up a video, but things go wrong sometimes and wasn't able to do it. But anyways, today we're going to be making a dessert, which is called ChocoFlan, which is a cake with flan on top of it. Some people call it the impossible cake because it flips its own self during the cooking process. Now, we call it ChocoFlan, but you can also make it in any flavor that you want, like chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, whatever cake that you like, flavor should I say, that you like. So let's get started. What we're going to do is we have over here we have vanilla, crema, condensed milk, evaporated milk, condensed milk. We got 5 eggs. We have sugar. We have an extra 3 eggs for the cake mix. We have the cake mix, oil, and water. That's a half a cup of oil and a cup and a quarter of water. So let's get started by making the caramel part of the recipe. We have here about 3/4 of sugar that we're going to caramelize. And we just do that over high heat. Just got to be very careful once it starts browning a little bit. But this is the caramel. And I've already sprayed the pan that we're going to be using for this. And all you got to do is continuously stir so it doesn't get burnt. We want it a little dark, but we don't want it burnt. Okay. You know, I make these videos to show you that you're not limited just because you've got a disability. You don't know how many people told me not or can't or don't do things. But you can do a lot of things by being super careful and finding different ways of doing the things that need to be done. I hope this inspires people to at least try. And I'll tell you, you know, I have a channel that I watch. It's called Bumblebee Junction. And they teach how to do gardening. And I got my inspiration from them because they're veterans and they have disabilities. And I'm going like, if they can do something, I can do something too. So I got in contact with them. And they encouraged me to try to do the things that I want to do. If you fail, well, you know that at least you tried and you're not just giving up on life itself. Now this recipe here that I'm doing now, we went to visit my mother-in-law in Mexico several years back. And she wanted to make dessert, so she made this. And I just thought, oh my goodness, how in the world did you do that? She says that she had gotten this recipe from somebody else. And she knows that I like to cook, so I wrote down the recipe. But, you know, I was born here in the States. My parents were born here in the States. Of course, my grandparents are from Mexico. And I had trouble understanding some of the ingredients. And I could do this in Spanish, But there's a lot of recipes out there already in Spanish, and I know that the English-speaking people want to know how to do these things, but they don't speak the language, so they can't do the recipes, even though they want to, or they love, eating it before. Okay, so here we got it. It depends on how dark you want it. That's about as dark as I like it. So like I said, I've already got my pan that I'm going to be cooking this in. I'm going to remove it a little bit. I already got it sprayed down. Can you see the color? Got to be very careful because this sugar, if you were to get this on you, let's go over here. And we're going to just pour it in here. Let it cover all the bottom of the pan. Okay, we're done with that. Be very careful, like I said. See? Okay, now we're just going to leave this to the side and let it start cooling down. Next, turn that off. Next, what we're going to be doing is making the cake part of it. I'm sorry, the flan part of it. So, what we're going to do, take a bowl, and we're going to break the eggs. One at a time to make sure that they're all good, because these are for my chickens outside. We got a total of 5 eggs. See, I tend my chickens too. Now my husband helps me with the feeding part of them and putting water because I can't get out there. But I collect the eggs and change their nest and things like that. Okay. So now we're going to mix the eggs up. Okay, that's just to get them started. Okay, so now we're going to take a can of condensed milk. It doesn't have to be this brand. It could be any kind of condensed milk. Let's get all of it out of there. These spatulas are awesome. Okay. Now, we're going to do the evaporated milk. in the crema. And we're going to put some vanilla. Now, you can use any vanilla that you want. See if I can get it open. They secure these things really well. I'm going to put a good tablespoon of this vanilla. And we're going to mix. Just mix enough that it's all well mixed. You don't have to over blend this. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to get our pan that we put the caramel in. As you see, it had already gotten hard. See? So now, we're going to pour that in there, about half of it. I'm going to make 2 of these, so that's why I made the whole thing. But I'm going to show you how to make at least 1 of them. Okay, we save that for later. Now we're going to put that to the side. I already got my oven preheating at 350. So the next step, I'll be right back when I get the things together. Okay, we have everything ready now. So we're going to make the cake mix. I've already put it in the bowl. We're going to make the cake mix according to the recipe that's on the box. You can use whatever brand you want, and like I said, any flavor that you want. So this one is requiring for me to do 3 eggs. There's my pan. This is to make sure that no shells go in and that the eggs are not bad. It's always good to just do this step. It may take a little more time, but that's okay. When you're cooking, it's all about time. Okay, so that's that. And we have a 1/2 cup of oil. And we have a 1.25 cups of water. And now we're just going to mix. We always start slow so we don't get bathed in this stuff. And you don't want to overdo it either. Now, what we're going to do this in a water bath. So what we're gonna do is, let me get my water here. We're gonna pour water in this. Then we're gonna take the flan mixture. Oops, I forgot one step. I'm sorry. I'm human. We're gonna take the cake mixture and we're just gonna pour it in there. Okay, and that's what it looks like. You don't have to mix it or anything. Just leave it just as it is. Then you're going to take some foil and you're going to cover it. Okay. Now we're going to take this and we're going to place it inside our water, just like that. Okay. Now, let me go get another piece of foil. Okay, I've covered them. I have put water in the pans, and we're going to stick them in the oven now at 350 degrees. And we're going to cook them for an hour and 15 minutes. At an hour, we will check it and see if the cake is done. And then I'll bring you back. Okay, they've cooked for an hour, 15 minutes. Now, it all depends on your stove, whether it cooks high or a little low. So like I said, I cooked them for an hour, 15 minutes. I inserted a skewer into it, and it came out clean. See? Now we're going to have to let this cool completely. We'll uncover it so it can start cooling down a little bit. Okay, and we're going to let it cool, like I said, completely. Okay, we have let this cool. It's been about 3 hours of cooling time. And we're going to try to flip this without making a mess. And there we are. Choco flan. The flan's on the top, and remember, it was at the bottom. And the cake was on the top, and now it's at the bottom. And there's all the caramel that goes with it. So let's get a small bite of this. Okay, I've sliced a piece of cake. Doesn't that look delicious? And this is what it looks like. It is so moist. Look at that. Just cuts so good. Okay, let's taste. Oh my goodness. So moist. I mean, you've got to try this. It is absolutely delicious. And like I said, you can make it of any flavor that you like. It doesn't have to be chocolate. Get the cake mix that you like the best. And then just make the flan and do the recipe. I'm Anita with Anita's Creation. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give me a comment and tell me what you think of it. And I'll be posting more videos soon. God bless and have a wonderful day. Bye.